Yo, welcome to the New Normal Podcast. I want to tell everybody thank y'all for tuning in. Today we got a great topic for y'all. We're gonna be talking about Jabari Peoples update by Danny Carr, what he's seen on the body cam footage, and reviewing what his sister said after seeing the footage. We'll be talking about the kids stealing from the store, and I guess their sister putting them up to it, or is it the mama?
It's like the mama.
Okay.
I was trying to find a video for the mama, but I couldn't find it.
Okay, we're talking about that. We're gonna be talking about the red dress run. I think that's how you say red dress run, which is insane when you just look at what we're seeing and how we view it. But we're gonna red dress run, and we might get into the lab grown meat. They're using Henrietta Lacks' DNA to grow salmon, beef, and other type of foods for us to eat. And we don't know what we eat nowadays, but it seems like they're trying to kill us off faster and faster every day.
You said something in, and what I could say, just studying the economy and how they're trying to financially constrict a large group of people from the new college grads. Yeah. You got 4 million college grads that can't get a job. Damn. They have went at least a year or more without unemployment post grad. Some of these is master's degree. So it's a lot of things that I think they're trying to funnel in worker class. Work them hard, get them out. Work them hard, get them out. Kind of like a assembly line. But yeah, it's a lot of stuff we're gonna get into today. Make sure y'all share the video, tag your people in the video. We got a lot of content we're gonna get into today.
All right, let's get into this Jabari people. So I'm finna share this video right here. We're gonna review it. The reason we're gonna be talking about this is Danny Carr right here, and can you see it there? Oh yeah, you can see it there. And he's going to be reviewing what he saw in this Jabari video.
For those who may not be aware, the Jabari Peoples case, Jabari Peoples case, the young guy, he went to A&M, was 18-year-old black male who was unalived in Homewood. I don't know if the cop was off duty, but this is what the district attorney, he released a video to the family last week in a press conference. So.
Feel good. Whatever's in that video not gonna make you feel good
at all.
The purpose of showing that video is for people to know what happened at that moment. That's what purpose of. Okay. You know, and I made that clear to the family before I showed it to them.
Okay. So the family was there.
So
their attorneys are there.
So the family came. Mom and dad decided they didn't want to watch it, so they sat outside. The rest of the family members came. And some other individuals. So I allowed.
How you feel about the mom and dad not want to see it?
I can understand it. Who would want to watch their child get unalive?
I feel the same way. I don't understand why, if the mom and dad weren't gonna watch it, who else needs to see it?
And that's the question. I think, like I said, but you never know how emotions can flow. They may be, before I get here, but once I get here, stuff may change. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I don't want to see it. I can't, all this pressure, these cameras flashing, people in the room. Yeah. You just never know. But I don't know. It sounds kind of funny that they would be pressing to release it, but they didn't want to watch it.
Right. So, a multitude of people in. His lawyers, civil attorneys and criminal attorneys, whoever, and Mr. Crump, they all were there as well. I allowed them in and they watched it as well.
Okay.
They watched that video about 5 times. And I kept running back, let them watch it again. Watch it many times as you need to. That was the raw footage. The raw footage was about maybe close to 5 minutes, right at 4 minutes and something. And the raw footage is when he actually turns the camera on. Okay. Right?
Okay.
He turns the camera on, and when he turns it on, what it shows is he has Jabari at the back of the truck that they're in, kind of at the back. His hands on the car. And you hear.
So I'm going to stop it right there. Why would you wait so long to turn your camera on? You're already interacting with this person. His hands is already on the car. Now you already got him out the car. Why would you wait so long to do that?
That's a question.
That's a question I need to know. Because if you getting out your car, you would think the first thing to do is turn your body cam on, just getting out.
And even with that, where's the testimony or interview from the police officer that you got it? Well, if you interacted with, if the interaction started, let's say 10:45, you didn't cut your camera on at 10:50. We need to account for those 5 minutes that wasn't recorded. So where is that interview?
You ain't gonna get that because ain't nobody, ain't no camera.
Well, if correct me if I'm wrong, for those who understand how the police department and policy works, if you unalive somebody or you cause some harm, you got to give an account, written and verbally, to what you did, because you got a life loss.
It's an internal investigation, so
Okay.
I'm sure it's documented. It's just not for the public.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And he gonna talk about a lot of stuff he gonna debunk a lot of stuff. Now the thing is, I've been seeing people are upset with the video and what they heard about the video, because it's like people thinking it's edited, but he's saying it's raw video. So I don't know whose side I want to take, because I feel as if you got what you wanted, then you believe that, but since it's not what the narrative or what was told to you, you don't want to believe it. So to me, it's like damned if you do, damn if you don't type of situation. Because like I said, 1 minute y'all saying one thing, but then they saying a different thing on the video. Now y'all don't want to believe it, and it's edited and all these other type of things. So,
and how do these narratives get pushed to where this is an edited video? Well, who said that?
Right.
Did this come from a reliable source or a reputable source? How did you just come up and say, well, that's edited? It was this long and this long. So,
right. Hear him say, hey, if you move again, man, you're gonna eat this concrete, something like that. And then as he's trying to put the cuffs on, then there's a scuffle. Mm-hmm. And there's a scuffle between those two, and they fall to the ground. That scuffle goes on maybe for about 10 seconds, something like that. And then you see Jabari get up, and the door to the driver's side was still open. Jabari gets up, and instead of running left to run away, he ran to the door, reached in the car, got a gun, and when he got that gun, the officer was right there, and he shot him. And when he fell on the ground, the gun was still in his hand.
So when Jabari fell, the gun was still in Jabari's hand.
Yes.
The gun he got out of the passenger side,
the driver's
side
yes.
of the car. Okay.
Yes.
So you saw you can see
it clear as day.
Okay.
And let me say this as well, because I want to also divulge some information that was in the reports.
Okay.
Okay. In the reports, the officer were patrolling that area. Homewood had got information about people being on that park late at night and all this stuff. They pull up. That officer pulls up alone. He's in a car. He's in a marked unit with a uniform on.
So he did have a uniform on.
Per the reports,
mm-hmm.
he had. This part is in the reports.
Mm-hmm.
He's in a marked unit with uniform on. Pulls up, walks up to the car. Jabari and the young lady is in the car. Jabari's in the driver's seat. Young lady's in the passenger seat. They're like an SUV model.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. So this is just a word of advice for any young people watching this video. Parks are now kind of off limits to do any extracurricular things. If you decide to take your chick out there and beat her back out in the back seat, smoke some weed, do it, anything like that. Though parks were a thing when I was growing up. You growing up, Ashanti growing up, Ashanti was out there a couple of times in the park.
Oh no, that was
not. But yeah, the park now, they're getting very strict about people being in the park late at night, because most of the time if you're gonna pull up to a park, you're gonna be doing something that you're not supposed to be doing, i.e. sex, smoking weed, or whatever, drinking, things that you're not supposed to be doing. And a lot of times when they search these parks, it's going to typically be underage people or people that's cheating on their spouse. And that's typically when you see these videos, that's what they get. You get a dude and this chick, side chick, or a married woman, or some kids in this instance. But I'm just gonna say, if y'all got to do stuff like that, y'all need to find a better place. A park for anybody should be off limits. That should not be a place where you go and hang out and chill and do stuff that you're not supposed to do, because police are patrolling these areas to break up and crack down on just activities that's supposed to be illegal or they are not supposed to be doing.
Climate awareness is a thing. I'm kind of disappointed at this situation, because in 2025, you're a black male, you're young, you're in an area that you're not familiar with anyway.
Right.
Not from here. If you go into a place, you need to be aware of where you are and where you're going and what you intend to do. You just can't post up and do this and that because I'm with this chick. I'm trying to, you see what I'm saying? In 2025, this could have been easily avoided.
I agree. And I'm gonna say this: young men, y'all got to be very cautious on how you move. And this is not even like some setup stuff, but you still got to watch out for that. But you can't be thinking with your dick all the time. You just can't. And I get it. You young with a chick. You probably finna, like I said, you probably finna beat her back out in the back seat. Y'all done got high from what I heard. Y'all had a jar of marijuana. She gave it to the police officer. But like I said, I get it. Y'all listen to music. We've all been there before. Like I've been there. My park activities. I'm just speaking for myself. I don't know about nobody else in the room, but I've been there. Park activities with a chick, and just got a car, ain't got no money to get in a hotel room, or too young to get one. So we finna smoke. We're not supposed to be doing this, and we finna do our thing. So I understand that the vibe right. You at the park, it's dark, music playing. So it's a thing.
Because let me see. Because I used to get rooms, 18.
Mm-hmm.
That's the age, right? You got to be 18.
I thought you had to be 21 to get a room.
Yeah, it depends.
They changed it. Okay, so because I'm listening to the economics of this, you got a jar of weed, which means you got a jar of weed. You probably got up to an ounce or more in this jar.
Yeah.
So you talking anywhere from, depending on what grade, 250 to 300 plus, depending on the grade.
Yeah.
You got enough money to get a room for the night, even if it's a little. What we see over
$100 room, it could be
look $80 room, and then you in an area that, like I said, when you come to Homewood, we get out, we in this area. You gonna see cruisers.
Yeah, you gonna see the police.
You gonna see the police. It's Homewood. It's like Hoover. You get off and you see, damn, this motherfucker hot. That's the word you say. It's hot over there. Don't go over there. So to come over here and you see that and disregard it, you telling me this your first time coming over here just out the blue?
Be.
Yeah, but
maybe
that's just how I'm looking at it. You're gonna see Homewood police getting off these exits.
And see, like I said, I'm not gonna be too harsh on him going to the park with the chick with the weed and all that, and the police pulling up, because I personally haven't had the police pull up, but I can just think about the parks I used to go to: Eastlake Park, Patton Park. When I used to stay in Gaston, they had the docks. People used to go pull up at the docks and sit out at the docks, and the police used to pull up in and stuff like that. So I've been there, done that type of activity. So I don't want to just hark on it like you're just doing wrong, but this is just a word of advice from kids that happen to watch this, or people that just happen to watch this at any age. Parks should be off limits. If you got to get some coochie nowadays and you can't at least go get you a little room, or you ain't got nobody who will let you borrow a room for the night to smash the chick or whatnot.
You got Bessie Estelle, you got George Ward, you got a few options. And I'm not, like I said, I done went to a few parks, but it's just certain, like, well, Bessie Estelle, cool, okay, it don't be hot over there because I'm familiar with the area first. It'll never be a situation, even when I was young, I'm about to let me go to Hoover, and I ain't never been over here.
Yeah.
So let me go to this park that I've never been to.
But he ain't from here at all, though.
That's my point. Or if I was to go to Huntsville or Montgomery and I just go to this park that I'm not familiar with, I'm not going to really do that. Yeah. It don't make sense for me to do that.
Well, I think you also have some critical thinking skills too, right? And from what I assess from this, it looks like something he might have done repetitiously, right? It's this thing. They go to the park, they smoke. It's not really something that they trying to figure out. So you think
they've done this before?
Yeah.
I don't think that's why I say you got a jar. Some people I got my little blunt.
Well,
you got a whole jar.
I'm gonna say this. I could kind of agree with Ashante, and the reason being because people get comfortable doing stuff over and over and over. So if I've been out here at this park and smashed this chick a bunch of times, I ain't never seen no police, I'm gonna keep doing it because we did it last Saturday, we did it the night before.
And even if it wasn't this park, the park. You know what I mean? Like, I'm comfortable going to parks. This is our thing. Me and this young lady or other young ladies, we go to the park, we smoke, we smash, and that's the vibe.
I can see that.
I can even see him being upset afterwards. Like, like, I've indeed this before. Go ahead and take the weed. Go ahead and sit us home. Like, why you doing all this extra stuff? Yeah. I already know y'all gonna tell us to go. And so I could even see the frustration at the end because you anticipating a particular outcome and it's not really going that way.
That's true.
When they pull up, he walks up to the car. Obviously, in the reports, it said the windows were up. Told him let the windows down. They let the windows down. He was smelling marijuana. He asked him about that. The girl said, yes, we do. She pulled a mason jar that had marijuana in it. Gave it to him.
So that was a mason jar with some marijuana in it. Gave it To the police officer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
Yeah.
put it on top of the car. And you can
Okay.
still see that marijuana on top of the car in the video.
Okay.
The whole time. It's on top of the car. Then he gets him out the car. And when he gets him out the car, she's on the passenger side. Jabari's on the driver's side. And then that's when you see the body cam kicks on at that point. And that's when they back up and you see them trying to put the cuffs on Jabari. And then that's when all the tussling started. And instead, as I said in my statement, I believe that is a good young man that made a bad decision. If he had ran to the left and just ran on that field with no weapon, and that cop shot him, we'll be having a different conversation today.
Okay.
Having a different conversation. Once you grab that gun after fighting with the police, right there in close proximity, the car was not that far from him at all. He grabbed the gun. It's clear. He reached in the car, grabbed the gun, and then before he could turn around, as he's motioning forward, I guess either gonna go around the door, whatever he's about to do, he got shot. And when he got shot, he got hit in the lower back, and he fell, and the gun is still right there. And the officer immediately called for ambulance or whatever, back up. He said another officer come. They try to open his airway. They start doing, services to try to save his life, obviously. And the young lady comes out of the woods with her hands up. He tells the young lady to sit on the curb. She sits on the curb, and then you hear her say, Jabari, why you do that? We won't get in that kind of trouble. Why you do that? She says that. The young lady.
You can hear this in the video.
It's on the video. You can hear it. Yes. You can hear it.
Did you get a chance to see any of the park surveillance, or did they show any of that video from the park?
And see, that was what I was thinking too. Like, weed ain't that big of a deal nowadays.
I'd agree. And they're young.
Yeah, weed ain't that big of a deal nowadays. Like, if I know people that got, when I was a kid, well, right his age, I think about 18, they had some pounds and just pretty much had to do like probation.
You get put on task. You know,
Yeah.
you got a drug test every week. You can't do nothing crazy.
So for him to, like I said, he might have been upset about the outcome. He might have been acting macho for the chick. I don't know. I don't understand what warranted this type of response. And like I said, we won't know. I don't know if the police was handling him rough. And then I think a lot of times, this is another thing too. A lot of parents are teaching their children to already be on high alert and scared of the police anyway. So they feel like any interaction with the police could end up with them dead. So he might have just been thinking like, I've been programmed to think the police gonna kill me. So I better get a drop on the police before he get a drop on me. What you think about that?
I agree. I think a lot of kids, just not just kids, just that generation, it's the respect for the police is just in the toilet because of a lot of programming, what we've seen, how we've seen cases turn when the police is truly in the wrong, and it still goes the way of the police. Like, I'm gonna get off. I got a year probation. I'm on paid leave. Yeah. So it's a bunch of different things, but just you got a jar of weed, you got a pistol. This is 18.
Yeah. She sounds like he trapping.
Sounds like he may be trapping.
Yeah.
Also, the girl.
And we just speculate. We don't know.
Yeah. We don't know nothing about this girl. We don't know what's the background, but after this, is this concluded? Because again, I'm just looking at all the facts. Let's say if we got caught and we got some weed in here, me and you both take the rap, right? Because if he hasn't confirmed, well, this is mine, because he's unalive at this point,
right?
The ownership go to the girl or the weed. And also, a lot of these facts that we heard where they didn't tell the family till the next day. It's a bunch of information that was kicked out early that we can't confirm to be true when we listen to Attorney Danny Carr's recollection of what was shown in the video. Police came, ambulance came, they rendered services, but the parents saying we weren't notified till the next day don't really sound accurate.
Well, usually when it comes down to the weed thing, whoever the owner of the car, the driver, is responsible for anything that enters the vehicle. So normally it would, that would be rendered to him. I didn't see anything where the young lady got arrested. Did you guys?
And then she said that she handed the
She
weed too.
handed. That's what I'm
That's what-
saying.
so-
Hey, well, it's like it's mine. Like if I got a gun, I hit my gun.
It's up to the discretion of the officer.
Yeah, because
Like they could say everybody gonna get a charge, or
Yeah.
they could say we just gonna put it on the owner of the vehicle. You're supposed to be responsible for what's in and out of your car. So
yeah, because I was about to say that just reminded me of like with the Tory Lanez incident. They just said with the gun that he was the closest person to when they got pulled out. So the person that owns the vehicle or the person that was driving the vehicle wasn't,
well, it
Tory
is a
Lanez.
different state too. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So it could be a different thing because it's in
So
California.
you think in Alabama, or in
it
Alabama,
is,
it's
yeah,
like
in
that.
Alabama. So
Okay.
That's why they have.
Okay.
Was that wasn't needed? That wasn't even
Right.
needed.
You know, and I think what people have to realize, there's two components to this. There is a civil component where you're trying to sue the city to say that someone's civil rights were violated.
Mhm.
There's a criminal component that obviously I'm involved in, and the question is this: whether or not a reasonable person, in this case a police officer, felt like he was in imminent danger of losing his life or being assaulted at that time.
So what would bring up about that? About why you being a district attorney,
Right.
what would make you see that this officer feared for his life?
Well, there was just a scuffle in a dark park. Officers alone out there. And then the guy who he just got the scuffling with runs to the car, which is close right there. Instead of running away, he runs actually to the car and reach in and grab a gun. The law don't require that officer then to wait and see what he's going to do with that gun.
That's not the law.
That's not the law.
So can you explain?
And let me explain even further.
But
It's not even a law for a citizen to wait. Understand this.
Okay.
It's not even a law for a citizen that's not
Okay.
a sworn officer to wait.
Okay.
Right? So it's a high level of scrutiny when it's a police officer, but in reality,
Now I'm gonna ask y'all this real shit from the stuff we seen. Do y'all think that's true what he just said? That you don't have to wait to see what somebody gonna do with a gun, and we still see motherfuckers getting on trial now.
I think it's circumstantial. I don't think it's black and white. I think it's
Okay.
circumstantial. So, if you are me and you sitting right here talking, and you just got a gun next to you and you got a bottle of water and you reach for it and I just shoot you, definitely not. I'm not gonna be justifiable. Like, oh my God, he was about to shoot me. But in a situation where it's a scuffle and you are in defense of yourself, because from what he said, they were scuffling and blows was exchanged from each party, people on the ground, and then you are in fear that your life is in imminent danger.
That's the word right there, imminent danger.
Mm.
But it's hard for me to really form an opinion without seeing the actual video because I got to look at the size. What's the ratio difference between this 18-year-old boy and this police officer? So what started the scuffle? If I already got you in cuffs, like you said, hand on the back of the vehicle, at what point did he just turn up on you?
What you mean?
Well, when he said he had him at the back of the truck.
I think he said he was about to put the cuffs on him, and then that's when he booked.
Okay.
Before he get the cuffs on him.
Okay. So yeah, it's like I said, it's just hard to see how that transpired out of nowhere. If he was already coming back, he didn't say, well, he was reluctant. He wouldn't let me put, you done seen the videos where you ain't about to cuff me.
Yeah.
Get back, but you can cuff me, and then I turn. I'm already at a disadvantage because I got you about to cuff me. So I have.
I think a thing that makes me think that this was probably a harmless stop because he probably see a lot of kids in the park. Hey, and that's probably why he got the best of them. Like, I'm not trying to do all that. I'm gonna search you down, pat you down, let you go about your way, make sure you ain't got no more weed and no shit or the other drugs on you. I'm gonna let you go about your way.
That's what I thought when I saw delayed body cam.
Yeah.
He just was gonna dismiss it.
Yeah.
I think maybe the interaction was hostile upon arrival.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, we gonna have to take it to another level because you probably being disrespectful as well. You know what I mean? The young lady is compliant. He asked both of them, to get out the car, even separate them to talk about like, whose is this? None of that question, at least from what we saw here, was exchanged. And I think since it got hostile upon approach to the car, it took a different turn.
Yeah. See, that's why I think more so that's like you said, why he didn't have the camera on. He probably just like, hey, yeah, man, give me the weed. Let me pat you down, do what I'm supposed to do, go on about your business. You know, I don't think it was supposed to be harmful or nothing like that. Then I'm gonna be real. He probably, I got some weed. I'm gonna take the weed. I'm gonna smoke my weed too. I ain't got it on camera that I ain't got to check it in at the office. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, then we looking at an African American officer approaching another African American male, young guy in the car with a girl.
Right.
Come on, y'all. Don't be out here doing that. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. But it seems like it didn't go. It's planned.
Right. I think so too. We got a few more minutes. Let's see what he got to say.
Reality is when he grabbed the gun, that changed the game, man.
Okay,
that's just the facts.
Where's the gun? Who has the gun now? Now that you have it, do you have the evidence?
No.
Who has the gun?
No, ALEA has the gun. They turn it into Homewood PD.
So Homewood Police Department.
Yes.
You won't even see the gun.
I saw photos of the gun, but what I did do, I did divulge to them while they were in there the make and model of the gun and the serial number that was in the reports. I told them that as well.
Okay. And what was the make and model of that?
It was a Glock 45. Glock 45, and I gave them the serial number. Yeah. Okay. And that came from the reports.
Okay.
One of the lawyers asked me that. Just so happened that as I was reading the report, I jotted that down. And I gave them that information. And let me be clear. I don't know that officer. Never met him. Wouldn't know him if he walked in here now. I don't know Mr. Peoples. Never met him before this. So in reality, my job was to look at the facts and apply those facts to the law and make a decision. That's it.
Yeah, and you went strictly by what the law says.
Strictly by the law. The law says that, and let me just tell you, stand your ground in Alabama.
Okay.
The law says that if you reasonably believe, number one, that you're going to be even assaulted in the first or second degree, you can use deadly physical force. Assaulted in the first or second degree, you can use deadly physical force. That's what it says. It also goes on to say that if you reasonably believe that deadly force is about to be used on you or others, you can use deadly physical force. The key term is it reasonable at that time? Just got into a scuffle, dark park, two people out there. You know a gun is right there. He reached for that gun. He takes possession of that gun. Is that reasonable to believe that deadly force is about to be used on you? Wow. Is that reasonable? That's the question.
Right.
And that's not an emotional circumstance. That's just a factual circumstance that we had on our hands.
After watching that, what y'all think? Do y'all believe what he's saying was accurate? It was displayed in the video, or do you think he's leaving out something?
Again, from just being around Danny Carr, he's a good guy. I don't see him having a reason to lie. However, just a caveat, he is a officer of the state. So he has an allegiance and an oath to uphold, I would say, his duty as an officer at pretty much one of the highest positions, being a district attorney.
So basically his duties to the fraternity of the law and order of the police and all that, what you saying?
I would say so, but
basically like HR, like when you go to HR, the job,
HR ain't on your side.
It's not on your side.
Yeah. So it's hard to say that he's leaving out anything, but again, I ain't see the video.
Yeah.
So it's hard for me to say.
What you think?
I think considering his reputation, and how he wants to continue to be looked at in the state of Alabama, I believe that he would be telling the truth. Just because it would be easily debunked.
Right.
Because the family still has the opportunity to file a lawsuit.
Right. Do y'all think we're gonna get a lawsuit?
Yes.
Civil lawsuit?
Yeah.
More than likely.
They win or lose?
See, it depends on whatever civil rights they try to go against, right? Because a lot of, from what I've seen, that would be considered civilly would be the autopsy. And I would say if that's what they're going to base it off of, they're going to lose, because in the state of Alabama, it is not a crime to commit an autopsy, or it is not a crime to do an autopsy on a body without consent. They can do it. I mean, morally, is it wrong? I would agree. It is. But legally or civilly, is it wrong? No.
Now, this the caveat to what Danny Carr, he clearly stated this is what was put in the reports. Now, who's to say the report is leaving out information? Danny Carr is just recalling what was given to him. because it had to go through ALEA. Now, Homewood police could have did all type of stuff because he getting it secondhand. So he's saying based upon the report, this is what was provided.
Okay.
So that's the other part that gets sticky.
Well, all reports are secondhand.
Well, I'm just saying what he was like when he asked, is Danny Carr telling the truth? Danny Carr is telling the truth based upon what was given to him.
No, I'm talking about from the video. He said he's seen the video 5 times. I'm saying
well, I'm saying what he said in the report, he said the serial numbers and all that. You ain't gonna see the serial numbers in the video.
No, he did say that. Yeah, about the gun.
So I'm saying, so this gun that because a Glock 45, that's a pretty pricey gun. So I got a $600 gun.
Yeah.
I got a jar of gas or weed. It's an 18-year-old boy. So if he's saying, well, we got all this documented, this is in the report, the serial number, the type of gun it was, et cetera, that's where we could say, well, okay, is this the type of gun? Is this his gun? Is who's to say?
I mean, but I think that would still be operating with integrity. You know, if he's relaying the information that was given to him. Now, if it was like some discrepancy with that, it would be from Homewood to him.
That's when I'm going up from Homewood to him.
Right.
Because again, this took 6 weeks. You got a clear-cut video showing all this is clear cut. Why would this take 6 weeks?
Well, due process.
Yeah, I'm about to say
right?
protocol.
It's the due process.
Yeah, the red tape and all that.
Yeah, then not only does Homewood have to do their investigation, they also have to turn that over so ALEA can do their investigation as well. So, I mean, it's not. I do think that the process should be a faster turnaround. But that's just you just have to go with that. With that process.
Play what his sister said real quick for me, please. If y'all watching the video, y'all make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all share the video. Make sure you subscribe to the New Normal Podcast.
Today, I am outraged. I'm hurt. I have so many unanswered questions still. Today, what I saw in this video, my brother was afraid. He was scared. He was running for his life. Even to the point where he was shot in the back. He was telling the officer, "Sir, I promise, I'm not trying to resist. This is my cell phone. This is my phone." This is what my brother said. So I don't know what they're going to show within this edits of this video, but we would like to see the true unedited version of it. And when it comes to me, release it to the public.
Maybe that's why they got the edited and all that from her.
Yeah, that is where it came from.
Yeah, so she's saying she don't know what they're gonna show in the video, but this is what her brother said. How she know what without seeing the video?
She did see the video. She saw the video. She is alleging that the video had been edited, possibly like they took clips out, possibly maybe did some AI. I don't know. You know what I mean? But there was like some manipulation of the version that they saw.
And that's what I've been saying. So it's going to that part.
Well, maybe that's where it started with her, because like I said, we got two different stories. Danny Carr said it was the raw footage.
Yeah.
So like I said, it just depends on who you believe, because if the narrative was the officer was in the wrong, everybody wouldn't have been questioning it or the validity of it, or was it edited, because it gives the narrative that most people want to go with when it comes to law enforcement and killing young black men. But since it's a different narrative where it seems to be justified, now everybody's saying the video is edited. And I think they have to play, she kind of got to play into that, because I told you this the other day. It seems as if a lot of Black parents are sacrificing their kids to be in situations like this to sue. Did you see that story about the son that got mad at the salon because he got a bad haircut, went back, broke into the salon, set the salon on fire, but accidentally set himself on fire, and the mother is trying to sue the salon for that?
I ain't see that.
So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how do people can come up with this? I'm going to sue just because, even though my son was in the wrong, but I'm a sue. And I think this is the same thing. Like, to me, doesn't seem like this person has the best home training when it comes to interaction with the police, because if I never had this. I've been stopped by police a lot of times. I ain't never been pulled out to be patted down. I ain't never had no cuffs on my wrist. I ain't never had none of that. So a lot of times when a lot of people be saying the interaction with police, it's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? They're not, because I've been stopped so much. I've been stopped so much that I had my license revoked because I had got so many tickets when I was 18.
But just because stuff doesn't happen to you doesn't mean it doesn't happen. That's
true. That's a very true statement. But also, I just don't think most, I don't think most people sign up to take on a job like being a policeman, dealing with all the bullshit that they have to deal with. Now, you have those, also those people like the gangs in LA where they do, underhanded shit because they are trying to wreak havoc. But for the most part, I feel like your first responders, policemen, the ambulance and stuff like that, those are people I think are trying to do good in the world. They're trying to give back. They're trying to help their community. I don't think most of that's what I believe.
Well, okay. I'm gonna give you a different perspective though.
Go ahead.
So we got Homewood, Trustful, Irondale, Hoover, 280, and Vestavia. We know those are like 6 places in the Birmingham area, but we know those officers are not really gonna let you go. They're not gonna give you a lot of wiggle room in those cities, municipalities, or whatever you want to call them. They have a pretty rigid standard where a lot of people even say, I don't go to Homewood, I don't go to Hoover, I don't go to Vestavia. Yeah. And so the way that they have tried to say that this officer acts is indicative of the history that people know of these places. You go to Homewood, you don't want to go over there and fool around. That's why everybody like, why would you go to a park in Homewood? Why when you go to George Ward or whatever park? You know what I mean? Because it's a precedent and it's a standard that when you go over here, you get in a little bit of trouble. This is what you could potentially expect. Versus if you were in these other places, you may be able to get away with it.
Well, when it comes to that, I kind of disagree. Partially. And the reason I'm going to say that is because I remember being young and listening to niggas that ain't never left our neighborhood when I stayed in East Lake. I'm not going to Hoover. The police don't fuck around. Nigga, you ain't even left East Lake. Y'all family don't even take family reunions outside the state. You ain't even been nowhere. You just hearing some shit that another nigga said, that another nigga said, that another nigga said. Y'all ain't been nowhere to really be roughed up by the police. And truth be told, if you're gonna get roughed up by the police, it's probably gonna be police in your own neighborhood. And true, another demographic about Birmingham police force, just talking about Birmingham, is 76% black. 76% black. So when we talk about like Birmingham, the big metropolitan area, you're more likely going to encounter a black policeman. Now we in Homewood, and I've been stopped in Homewood a couple of times. I literally stayed right there in them apartments over there. Been stopped twice and never had an issue. Period.
My thing is, with that mindset, you already leaving or have this preconceived notion that I'm going to be viewed as a criminal.
Right.
So if I'm going over here, what's my business over here? I'm just a firm believer. Hey, you ain't got no business over there. My dad, you ain't got no business. What's your business? What you coming over here for? Right. So if you coming over here with a jar of weed, a pistol, you 18. You're asking for trouble. Anyway.
I agree.
It's not gonna clean slate. So people like Ashanti stated earlier, well, this probably may be commonplace. I'd have been in the car with my partner, hot pistol, gas, like it's a regular day, not knowing this could be your last day if you encounter the wrong police officer. So it's just
but also, like I said, that goes back with how you ride too, because some people ride with being dirty and then smoke weed and the shit be loud as hell. So I get behind you, nigga. I can smell the weed from behind you. The gas, the shit so stink, I can smell it behind you. So you got all this dirt on you, but then you gonna make basically you making a siren or alarm. Hey, come arrest me. So I've seen that too. So it's like we have that's the thing. Like he said, he pulled up, smelled marijuana, and that's why she gave him a job, because I can smell y'all been smoking. I smell it on y'all. So if I'm riding dirty, I got a pistol and a gun and stuff like that, because I keep my pistol on me all the time. I've never been pulled out. I've had gas on me. Never had no issue, because I don't smoke when I'm riding dirty, because I don't want it to be a calling card. Niggas do. This is how I live my life, and this is just me. I don't believe in compounding issues. It's just point blank period. If I know I'm riding dirty, I know I got gas, I know I got a pistol, I know I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do, I'm not going to add something on top of that, then something on top of that. I'm not going to be smoking, then I'm not going to be speeding. Like the girl that we reviewed that had the babies in the car.
Speed.
You're speeding, but you know you got dead babies in the car. Come on now.
It's crazy. Yeah.
It just don't compound the issue. Like, and that's the issue the problem I see with a lot of these things. Like even with Jabari, like you compounding the issue. Why you fighting with the police? Why you running to go get your gun out? You could just, hey, just take the slap on the wrist. Like he said, the girl said, we wasn't even finna get in that much trouble.
18 years old, you still got YO. You can get out. Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Why would he book like that? Like I can't. And I like, again, I'm gonna always put it back on the parents. Where's the?
Because have y'all seen the mom or the dad speak out? We didn't see the sister speak out.
Just the sister. But I think sometimes we have to teach our kids too how to learn to lose in situations. You can't get out of everything. Sometimes you got to learn how to go out gracefully. And at that point in time, I think if it was ever a time for the young man to run, maybe it would have been hitting the gas on the car. Okay, you outside the car, the keys back there, or turned off or whatever. You got your hands, the cuffs. It's time to just go ahead and go through with it and figure it out on the other side. You deciding to run, even reaching for a phone or mentioning the phone, like what that young lady said. I've been stopped before too, never hostile as well, like you said, but I've been stopped before, and license and registration, I have to reach in my purse. Hey, my license and my wallet is in my purse. Is it okay if I grab it? Because we already know, I don't want nobody to think I'm, and Sandra Bland, you know what I mean? They thought I'm reaching for something and I'm getting my wallet out and they think it's something else. So even those things, when you said we're raised to kind of have a fear or some type of feeling about the police, one thing I'm like, I ain't trying to do no sudden movements. What they tell you, keep your hands on the steering wheel, keep them where I can see. No sudden movements. And you reaching for a phone at a time like this, you can't call nobody right now.
And this is where my issue comes in. This is 2025. It'll be similar to me thinking I'm about to go stand on a corner and sell crack.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
It's too much information, too many scenarios that have been presented to me unless I've been living under a rock with men that meet my demographic or that I match the demographic of, from your Mike Browns, all these young black men, Philando
Castillo,
all these black men that look like me with the plaits and the twists, brown skin, young. There's no way I haven't seen this in 2025 or should have been exposed to this. Hey, don't be out here doing no, look, listen, you need to be on high alert, make sure everything clean, don't be doing no BS. So the fact that we're seeing this in 2025, somebody dropped the ball somewhere. You got a Glock, you got a $600 gun at 18.
Yeah.
Where you get this from?
Because
he can't go buy it.
It wasn't registered.
I don't think so.
He can't even register. He's 18.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't say this is dad's gun. And if it's his dad's, your dad will know a $600 Glock missing. So it's a bunch of things that play that just ain't lining up. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I agree. So let's go to the next thing. We're gonna talk about this. Let's go to the kid stealing.
Oh, man.
You got like 10 seconds to open up this door. I swear to God, I'm gonna break this door. I'm cold. 10. Open this fucking door. Oh, come on, mom. Come on, mom. Bitch, I been knew how to count, ho. Choke 4 out of that. Dad do that.
You can open the door.
Bitch, get this from my mouth face, please. I'm gonna open up this door because I'm not playing. All I fucking know is y'all better open it. I'm not playing with y'all.
You know how to count. You have hands. Open the door.
Open up this door before we break this bitch.
Break it. Go ahead.
I'm finna break something up in this bitch. On God, I'm finna. You guys must be dumb. I would like that fight with y'all. Do not play with me.
You
Do
can
not
like that, but you can't open the door.
Do not play with me. Open this door, I'll trash it.
You can open it.
I will trash this hole.
I'm closed. All right, we're sorry.
So open this door. Get it.
Now, what do you think those children learn that type of behavior from?
And they know what I think is what I know where they learned it from.
Where they learned it from?
The mama.
The mama.
You listen to the talking points. If I don't get my way, I'm a
trash this.
I'm gonna trash it. You see this with when the women are caught stealing. Let me out. They did that because they didn't change the laws when it comes to theft in a lot of states to where you can steal up to some and they
$1,000
and they just let you go. They didn't trash the Lululemons. They didn't trash the Nike outlets. They did a bunch of looting. And you really wouldn't call it looting, just stealing.
Right.
Snatching the purses out of Ross.
Right.
And running, smash and grab type deals. These kids to be criminalized and have this criminal mindset at such a young age. This is where we get into the can this be repaired conversation. Listen to the confidence, and when they say, if you don't do this, I'm gonna break this, I'm gonna do this. And again, I couldn't find the video of the mother coming on the internet saying y'all ain't gonna do nothing to my kids and all of this type of stuff. What a parent said, these kids ain't no more than 12 years old in this store.
We had some type of fear of adults too.
Right.
I don't give a fuck. Like, yeah, authority, adults, people that were older than us. Like, these kids have no fear or no regard for life, and they're talking as if these big macho motherfuckers, and that's why you know it's taught at home. Because, and you seen your mama do this because y'all what, three young black boys right now, and hold on, y'all 3 young black boys right now in this store having this type of. Is that mine? Oh, hold on real quick.
Yeah. So yeah, with this you know that the mother has instilled this confidence and this put this battery in their back to even be brazen enough to go into this store, taking this stuff with this entitlement mindset that if you don't then they're just going to go back to normal, or they're going to take this and say, you know what, I was wrong, I apologize, we shouldn't have did that. One thing I noticed when it comes to these situations where it's kids involved and even the women, you rarely see atonement. You don't see apologetic people coming back and saying, hey, you know, we was wrong, we shouldn't have took this, we shouldn't have stole out your store. Especially when kids are doing these things, we don't see them held accountable and saying, hey, I was wrong, I owe the city, I owe the business owner an apology for damaging your property, I owe the business owner an apology for stealing items that we didn't pay for. You don't ever see any atonement or apology for this behavior.
You know, we need to go back to when motherfuckers used to steal, they used to have to stand outside the store with a sign. I got caught stealing.
Yeah,
we need to go back to that. The shame when you standing outside, that would be your community service.
Shame.
You got to stand out there, or they need to start putting pictures back on the wall. The people that you remember that you go in there, certain stores like grocery stores, and your mama or somebody mama be in the picture. She then had a bounce check, bad checks, bad. You don't remember that?
Oh yeah. Now with this, because these are kids, so I always give kids a little bit more grace because they didn't just wake up and do this. So what you do, you remove privilege, just like a no-fly list. You act a fool in the airport, all right, you can't fly.
What privilege you gonna take from them?
You can't come back in this store, and in the store in this community. They need to be a union or a network of these businesses. A Dollar Tree over here, Food Giant over here, whatever's businesses. Hey, this person allows their children to come in and
do
steal.
Something like that, because they might say this discrimination. They might come because I stole from Dollar Tree, but I ain't steal from you, Ross.
Okay. I would say no. Well, let's say not indefinite, but for 3 months. Put a time on it.
Okay.
To make it inconvenient for the mother, where you got to go across town to get your groceries. You got to go across town to get your supplies. You can't shop in this area.
And typically, when I was growing up, most people that was thieves and stole a lot, they typically didn't steal in their neighborhood.
They did it smart. They went across town.
They did go across town. Yeah. Now we get to the point where they're just walking down the street stealing. You stay in the neighborhood, everybody know you, the workers know you. Like, this is your community. So when you come here acting like this, people know who your mama, your family, your last name, all of this stuff. Y'all have gotten brazen with the way that y'all move now. So much so, I just watched a video last week. I forgot, it's a grocery store, but it's 3 of them in that city. It's moving out of there. What you call it?
Milwaukee.
Yeah,
they getting out of there. So they like, where we gonna shop at? We come here. This is the only grocery store within miles.
Right now, yeah. The crazy part about it, 1 minute they complain about a food desert, but then the next minute they create the food desert. Ain't that crazy?
We had Walmart in Fairfield.
Yep.
Walmart got out of there.
Yep.
Walmart.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in there one time. All it took, I said, I never in my life seen a Walmart that looked like this. Never.
That was fucked up.
I ain't never seen a Walmart that looked like the one in Fairfield.
Yeah.
I said, what?
Yeah,
so, but my thing is, could we get to the meat of the matter? What kind of living situations are these children in? What kind of situations that where we say, well, I'm gonna send my children in to steal for me?
See, that goes back to the idea, the mindset of gang mentality, where we get jammed up. Hey, you take the pistol because you underage. They ain't gonna be that bad on you. So now, like I told you, parents are putting their children up to be in situations like this, to where they get jammed up or they get a little slap on the wrist, or I go put the light bill in your name and don't pay it. Like, these are the things that a lot of these parents are doing. They don't give a fuck about these children. They don't give a fuck about their well-being. They go to jail. Somebody go out there and kill them. They out here stealing. Y'all are itty bitty.
Child neglect is at an all-time high. I see it so much, and it's just like, hey.
I just seen a report today, as a matter of fact, said they have recovered or found 4,000. Listen to me. 4,000 kids that have been part of a sex trafficking ring. Not one, is a bunch of them collectively, but collectively they have recovered 4,000 kids.
That's it. From
like sex trafficking rings. Do you know how that's a lot of fucking kids?
And I know that to be true. It's a guy named he was one of the security guards, Big Homie CC.
Mm-hmm.
And I like him. This is his mission. He said he was working for international, different ethnic groups. I think he said an African guy. He said he was at the house and he went somewhere. He saw a room with kids in it and came back and said he couldn't do nothing at that point, but he went back and paid some, he got some reconciliation, for lack of better words. But these kids are being sacrificed with 4,000.
Yep.
They say I think 400,000 children go missing every year, if I ain't mistaken.
Yeah, every year.
400,000.
But I think that number went up like a crazy amount, because they was talking about the kids that came across the border. They was saying they was doing DNA tests on like men and women that were bringing children across the border.
And
they weren't related.
Yep.
They're bringing on here to traffic. So when we have these conversations about children and how the world view children, how people use them as pawns and sell them and prostitute them and mistreat them and rape them and beat them, like, just think about that story about that black lady beating them two children around with the children in the trunk for 14 months. It's insane. And we got these kids in here saying they're going to trash it. They're going to beat people up. Like, how do y'all get this bold and brazen to just come in my store and then get mad at us because we locked it up because we don't want y'all to steal our shit? But also on the flip side, I'm not locking nobody in no store. Hurt me though.
Tupac said America eats his babies. And he said this more than 20 years ago.
It does. It definitely does.
Yeah, this is like I said, I foresee this getting worse because, again, economic constraint and just it's a divide going on. If you're not in a position to secure or develop or create your own income or have, because job security is becoming a thing of the past. Where people think I got this skill, I got this, and I'm always be in work. That's not always the case. We just saw with 300,000 federal employees being let go.
Right.
And that's one of the most secure jobs.
I think I just seen AT&T just let go 13. Is it AT&T?
You got Intel, AT&T.
Somebody just let go 1,300 people yesterday or day before yesterday.
UPS, Amazon. You got a lot of major players and companies that are releasing employees by the thousands.
That's crazy.
So you're going to see more of this because people are not going to go without.
Right.
Once you get used to having some, it's hard to, I don't get it no more. I ain't going to eat today. People are going, this is going to be something that's going to continue.
All right. Let's go into this red rum.
Oh, man. If you went to New Orleans this past weekend, this is where it was, right? New Orleans. If you went to New Orleans this weekend, I'm sure you saw some crazy things. I always look up what's going on in the city. I want to go here this week. Let me see what's going on.
All right.
But y'all check out, look at this video.
Yes, there are men, including black men, prancing around New Orleans in dresses. Like, please look at the comments on this post. This is sad. They turned our kings into queens. My face scrunched up so bad. We living in the last days. Time to get right with God. First of all, the highest attendance at the Red Dress Run actually was in 2012. So this signals the last days. Baby, the world shit ended a long time ago. The Red Dress Run has literally been a thing since the 90s, baby. Like, do some research, okay? Just relax. It's not a new thing. They go out there, they put on dresses, they walk for, I think, 2 miles to raise money for local charities. And why do y'all have this perception that there's like some agenda and it's working so well to turn like all black men gay? You do understand that only 5%, actually like 4.6 to 5% of LGBT adults are black. Only 5%. 5% of them. That's a very tiny fraction. There is no agenda, and if there is, baby, it's failing horribly. But y'all have to stop getting so triggered at literally everything. There are billions and billions and billions of people in the world. Just because a few thousand men come together and put some dresses on, which is the tiniest fraction of those billions of people, the world's not ending. Y'all gotta quit it. Just relax. A lot of those men are gay. And that's fine, because, you know, people be gay. But girl, they're gonna take the dresses off, they're gonna go home, it's gonna be fine.
So I just read up about the Red Dress Run.
Okay.
And I guess it's a lot of homosexuality, a lot of LGBT down there too as part of this. But it says I guess they raise money for local charities. Like, they don't say which ones though.
That's a word that has become so commonplace, nonprofit and charities. And I think it was somebody, I can't think of, it may have been Patrick Bet David. And it was somebody, but he said it was like $1 million and something nonprofit. And this is the nonprofit is now used as a funnel for currency. Or to, you know, tax evasion or whatever you want to do, or just it's an avenue to create money that you can't really track, because you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can watch it. Like, to have these black men parading around in dresses, and this guy tried to kind of minimize it to a degree to make it seem like it wasn't just this big deal, it's just a drop in the pot. That's still insanity though.
I agree.
How do you get a bunch of black men in one place to put on red dresses under the guise of a worthy cause? How do you get this many to do this?
Because they gay.
But I get it, but how do you program this many black men to think this is okay? You can be gay all you want. How do I get 1,000+ black men in a dress and come to New Orleans and run around with all these cameras and do it with pride? How do I say this?
Programming for so long.
But what this is a deep psychology to where, think about this. If you was let's say if you was able to get 100 women to come in, you know, lingerie and come in this parking lot and do push-ups or whatever, eat ice cream, and somebody was to see this, you going to jail. What kind of power he got? How was Cedric able to get 100? In this case, they had thousands.
Right. How
was Cedric Allen able to get 100 women up here to do this at one time?
Push-ups and lingerie. That's wild. Like I said, I just think it's a lot of programming. But so me and Vic went down to Lakeview this Saturday for the taco truck, right? The amount of
flamboyant
men I seen out there is ridiculous. I was like, I can't believe we got this many in our community. I'm talking about, and they ain't, you know, we was growing up, they used to hide it. Now they was out there in skirts, tank tops, like they was flaming out there. They was showing it, like letting people know, like, hey, I'm and with a bunch of group of chicks, like it'd be a group of them. And I'm like, bro, like, what's going on? Because y'all gotta, I be wondering about the mindset of like our women, because one minute y'all don't want gay men, but then y'all champion gay men, but then you gotta ask yourself, if gay men like other men, then who the fuck they fucking?
and they'll blast you, yo, he undercover, he
Right.
this, or if you say something that they don't agree with or hold them to a standard where you must hate women, well, date a man, or you know, this undertone of degrading, but on the other end, championing it, because this my gay best friend.
Yeah,
but you would call me gay if I say something you don't like, as a derogatory term.
A lot of hypocrisy, a lot of double speaking. That's why it's hard to really trust the things that come out of, you know, women's mouth. Let's play this video real quick for my computer dial here.
Just tell me what you want from me, little girl. You could take a trip around the
And when you watch that, it's like, bruh, is it really that many?
It's a lot, dog. It's growing. I would say the gay population of black males, because I've been saying, I'm like, the kids. Yeah. It's not just the men when you go out in the Lakeview and in the cities. It's going to the children are just so flamboyant. The black boys are so flamboyant.
But they get there early, because like, remember that video? The lady had them 3 boys walking behind her. They was all twerking, walking in the line. He out there twerking.
I seen the other little boy. I should have sent it to you. This mother got this little boy trying to do the Nicki Minaj little pose. I said, why you got this boy doing it? Or the other one where they do the Lululemon, where he dancing. You know, they got the little trend on TikTok. You know what I'm saying?
On my butt.
I hit that Draco better duck. You see, got Lulu on it, but Lululemon. That got the little boy in the line doing the little dance behind his sisters. It's starting early now.
But they program them, and I don't know why so many of our women programming these boys to be like this. I just don't get it, y'all. Like I said, 1 minute, y'all, because you know what comes with that. You know, the turmoil, the hate, the backlash, the identity crisis, the mental illness. It's so much that come with that type of lifestyle that from my, you know, talking to people, most of the time when people are in that lifestyle, they have some type of trauma that happens to them. And so for you to put your son up to doing something like this kind of makes me wonder, like, who you pushing him out to, who you feed him to. And I got a theory that this gonna sound crazy. I got a theory that I think a lot of black women push their children to be gay so young so they can pimp them out like they do their daughters. Because typically, most of the time, who gonna have the money is gonna be the men. So if I know it's a gay man over there, hey, my son over here too. You can pick my son or my daughter, or you can have both of them at the same time.
Damn, that's deep, said.
Just saying. I think that's a real thing.
And I had something kind of similar to that, where I look at how women do their dogs. I see men with dogs. Men, you know, I may put the gold chain collar, the big spike collar, some, you know, keep it masculine, some light. Yeah. I see women get a dog. Well, I'm finna go and put him a Burberry suit on. I'm finna dye his coat like a cheetah.
Yeah.
I'm about to put, you know, he got on a motherfucking, you know, I said, why you doing this to this dog? Like, yeah. And you see the kids, well, it's almost, I'm treating it like a pet.
Yeah.
I raised it like a goldfish. I ain't teaching it nothing. I'm just dressing it up. We see it with the little boys.
Yeah.
Because I think we talked about this years ago. And I said, well, when you look at the mothers with sons, why do they dress the son up like a grown man, but you never see the fathers dressing the daughter up like a grown woman?
You never see that.
They put the fake tattoos on the little boy, Burberry, Gucci,
sagging his pants,
braids, all that type. I said, why are you trying to make this little boy look like a grown fucking man?
Sexualizing them early. Like, you gotta, it's either they gonna be gay or you trying to make them thug, like Asian Brat said, or Asian doll, whatever her name is. I can't date a dude if he ain't got 3 bodies. That's considered masculinity in our community.
That's insane.
This is where we at in our community. And so when you talk about the conversation about repair or fixing or whatever, It ain't no going back. It's over with.
Ain't no repairing. This has got to be destroyed.
Yeah, it's cooked. It's over with. Like our community is done for. When I was at Lakeview Saturday night, I was like, it's ratchet as fuck out here. It ain't nothing but rats out here. It ain't nothing but honks out here. It ain't nothing but. It's like, to me, it was like the bottom of the barrel of our community, and it sounds like the bottom of the barrel is rising to most of the barrel.
I saw the fight with the girls. I said, "What they at?"
That was one of the fights.
One of the fights. So what they're gonna do? You got these businesses. You got a lot of good businesses, a lot of dope venues over here where it's chill, grown and sexy. They're going to be attracting that element where they're gonna shut it down.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's same thing. It's the young ones. So I was a lot of young. Like I'm like, it's like 18, 17, and 18-year-olds out here.
They got the fake IDs too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, this is not y'all can't frequent into these places. Now the funk, I think you got to be 21 to get in down the funk, don't it?
I don't know.
I
know a lot of places probably gonna do 23 or 25 and up. You know, I think they're gonna do that. They're gonna bring back the dress code.
Yeah.
Again, which I feel like a lot of people read them to have a racial undertone, and I'm not saying that some of them didn't. But I think that they also kept a certain kind of crowd away from those places. Yeah. And ever since Hush closed down, those people are looking for a place to go.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
that makes a lot of sense.
Now, and when I look at other cities, like you go to a bigger city, metropolitan, Atlanta, Vegas, depending on where you're going, you ain't just finna walk in the club. You either on a list, you got a table, you got some type of reservations to come in here. You ain't just about to just pay this $20 or $10 cover and come in. Like you ain't about to wear the bullshit. You got to be dressed a certain way.
It depends on the club because they still got their ratchet elements. Because we used to go in Compound. I used to see some wild shit up in there.
I'd have been in Compound. They tell me, "Oh, you got a hat? That's an extra 40."
Yeah, they did.
Or you got shorts on? Oh, that's 40.
Yeah, they did.
I'm like, damn. That. Okay, yeah. But I'm here now. So with that Lakeview area, I see all. I'm like, this is trouble.
I just can't believe it got that black over there.
When we went down there, not this past, but the week before last.
Yeah.
I said, what the hell?
But it was worse than that. It was worse. It was worse than that this week.
Cause we went late.
Yeah.
Y'all probably went about 11. We went down there like
11.
We went down there like 12:30.
Yeah.
So we went.
I was like, bro, I can't believe. And when I'm looking, I'm like, bro, it ain't never red. I'm seeing red hair, blonde hair, purple hair, green. I'm like, bro, I just couldn't. I don't know. Like that doesn't attract me. That's the uniform of ratchet hoe behavior, like
color hair.
Baby hair, baby hairs. Then like my homeboy said, like when we was coming up, you can kind of tell the age of a chick with tattoos too.
Yeah,
like when we was growing up, you was kind of older with having tattoos. Now they getting tattoos at 16.
They getting tattoos in high school, and the mothers
taking them to get tattoos.
Taking them to get it. Yep.
So it's like, bro, like I can't even gauge the age that you is, and they want to put themselves out to be older too, because them young girls been taught by their mama, hey, you got to go get the money. Prostitution culture.
Well, I also think too, when it comes down to parenting now, I think from what I see from women, they have such a negative experience from their parents governing some form of authority over them that they are not going to duplicate that for their kids. And it's to their detriment. Like I think.
So basically you said they got reared. They feel like they got reared too hard or something.
And they're allowing their children to kind of do whatever. I think, most parents have taken, my parents had these kind of parameters. When I have kids, I may take a lot of these, but I may change a little bit. You know what I mean? I may give my kids a little bit more leeway, but a lot of these, women are saying like, I grew up with the all covert narcissist mom and the dad, like all these labels.
Yeah.
And so then they're like, and I allow my kids, like, my kids don't have to come in to the house and speak to you. If they don't want to speak, they're not going to speak. My kids don't have to do these things that show respect and show that there is someone over authority. And so when they go out to these places, these bars, lounges, and different establishments, they don't know how to recognize authority.
I think that could be partially true. I think for the most part, this is generational. I don't think we get to this extreme without it being generational. Like when I listen to Sukiana on Funny Marco, she said, yeah, I come from a long line of hoes. My mama was a hoe. My grandma was a hoe. My great grandma was a hoe. I come from a long line of pussy sellers. I think that's what you're looking at. When you see people upset about Donald Trump signing stuff where you can't be in Section 8 more than 2 years, and you see all these people outraged. Oh my God, we can't. But then you find out, hey, you've been on Section 8 all your life. Your mama, your granny, like these are generational things. And I think what happened, the thing now is we took shame away. So where a lot of those women, they wouldn't have as many kids. Now we got so many chicks talking about they having 6 and 7, 8 kids, different baby daddies and stuff like that. At least back then, let's say 40 years time span, the chick only had 1 or 2 kids. Now we got a lot of kids, a lot of parents, they got 6, like that lady on that soft white underbelly. 7 kids.
7.
And your oldest out here saying she's selling pussy at 13 because you kicked her out.
It's a lot of things at play. It's the cell phones have ruined a nation.
Right.
Cell phone technology and testimonial stories to where if I show one baby mama with 6 kids and she living lavish or portraying herself to live lavish and have beat the odds, a lot of other people are gonna see that. Well, I can do it too. Sierra prayer.
Me and my wife were just having a conversation. I told her I don't never live life with the idea, oh, that ain't gonna happen to me.
Yep.
Because I always feel like it's just my luck when I try to do some shit that somebody else do. I'm gonna be the one to get fucked over, to be the one to get caught. So I don't have the idea. I see where y'all messed up when y'all try to do that scam. I'm gonna do it a different way.
See it all the time.
No, we're not gonna do none of that. Like I said, we're getting to the point now where all of this shit gotta be overhauled. We need y'all to get more abortions. We need more y'all to get fucked up when y'all get abortions where y'all can't procreate. We need a lot more y'all sons to go out here and kill off some more other niggas real quick. We need a big pruning. I know that sounds crazy, but it ain't nobody. We can't save y'all. We need a big pruning. Like I said, more abortions. Some of y'all need to get messed up on the table. Some of y'all need to get fucking fibroids. Some of y'all, some of y'all need to be sterile. Some of y'all sons need to go and shoot up 25 motherfuckers right now that's in the hood selling crack and all of this type of stuff. This is what we need. We just need a major, super huge purge. And I don't give a fuck how people feel about it. It's just real shit because you cannot say these. Like they said, it's easier to train kids than it is to fix
it up.
Broken men.
With this red dress run, with these homosexual men run around with these dresses, let's say we flipped it on his head and said, well, we got men in suits, black men in suits, with their sons saying, we're pro-family. Hey, we're pro-family, get married, promoting marriage, promoting living a life of integrity and morals. Do you think they would have been able to do that so freely like they were able to in these dresses, or would have been met with some type of opposition?
I think they would have been able to do it freely. It just wouldn't have got the traction. Positivity never gets traction like that. Gay men, and then the people that's behind them, the people that's pushing these companies, behind media. Like I said, when you hear Terry Crews talking about you big black nigga, talking about a little Asian man grabbing your dick in front of your wife and you ain't doing that, but you understand that these people control you if you're gonna act or not. So you got to play it cool. And now you got to get up here and you crying. Like, I just can't picture myself being in a spot with my wife and a little small Asian dude come grab my dick. And I'm just going to let it go.
Nah.
I just can't see that. And so with that being indicative, even the biggest Buffett, you play football.
Terry Crews played NFL football.
And
still look like he can play.
That's the most violent sport. That's a gladiator fucking sport now.
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me you just allowing people to do this to you? I think that's where we at now with, I think a lot of black men now are so docile, even the big black men that's supposed to be out here protecting and be the warrior class. The only time they feel like they need to protect some is protecting their Jordans. Like I say this all the time. It's crazy. On a Saturday, a nigga can go buy some Jordans for $200 and then get killed that same night, but ain't put $200 on a life insurance policy. Now his family got to make a GoFundMe.
Fish fry.
Jordan.
Fish fry.
Again, social media tells you if you don't have these things, you're broke, you're poor, you ain't having all of these things. And what Ashanti stated, labels, the amount of labels we see and get thrown around today. Well, I'm trans, binary, non-binary, mass, trans. What?
Caesar.
And these are kids saying this.
Yep.
So it's just.
Did you see that video of the mom asking her kids? There's a white lady and her 2 sons was talking, and they asked her, "Well, how you get like this or something?" And the son said, "My mama told me." She said, "No, I didn't."
I ain't see that. White too though.
You
White.
about that white lady, and that little boy was on there, and he was basically saying like his mama pushing to be gay.
Yeah, pushing to be gay, and she was like, "No, I didn't." But it's yes, you did.
Yes, you did.
Because
So where you got it from?
Right. I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. 6-year-old and a 4-year-old. We don't talk about girls. We don't talk about sexuality. We don't talk about any of those things. Do you know we literally was together Saturday and Sunday all day. You know what they said they wanted to do? Daddy, can we play Floor is Lava? I said, Trey, what is that? Well, I'm gonna put the pillars on the floor on the floor, and I just want to jump on them. And if I touch the floor, that means I get burnt up.
Yeah. Simple
shit. Creed come to me, Daddy, what you want to eat? What you want to eat? Bring me a piece of paper like he got a menu. Well, Daddy, what you want to eat? I want pizza. Okay, let me go make the pizza.
Yeah.
We ain't no what are we talking about?
It's man.
They just haven't. They are pre-exposing their children, to too much. I grew up very sheltered, as we all know. But my first, I guess, knowledge about being homosexual, because I had, the birds and the bees conversation probably in late elementary school to some level. You know what I mean? Not detailed. But my first time even understanding what homosexual was, I was at school, and I seen a girl that was dressed like a boy. And my sister and I was also watching a television show that kept saying lesbian, but during that time they wouldn't actually show two women kissing.
Yeah.
And so my sister ended up asking my mama, what's a lesbian? Now she was pissed off that we found out about it. But that was my first time just like seeing it. But like you said, my parents weren't coming home and going through the types of orientation or you know what I mean, or how you can identify. That's true.
So it's two things that kind of broke my heart last week with my oldest son. That might have been 2 weeks ago. So he asked us, so one of my wife's friends' cousin, her baby daddy ain't together, right? So she was like, yeah, I'm finna go drop such and such off with his daddy. And Trey said, why did she gotta go drop him off with his daddy? And we had to explain, everybody parents don't stay together. And he just looking at it like he didn't understand, like, what?
I went through that too.
And then another thing that not both of these have last week, but the other talk we had was somebody else we know. It was like, he said, he said, Dad, do such and such have two mommies? I was like, yeah. He was like, how does that happen? Because I thought you and mommy, basically saying man and woman. He said, I thought you and mommy got to get together to create a kid. So basically, how the fuck this little boy here? Like, you feel what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, these are conversations you got to have with your kid, because Trey gonna look and he asking questions. Now Creed, he just gonna mean bug like this shit don't look right. He ain't gonna say it. He just mean bug. What the fuck going on? Yeah, he just like, what the fuck going on? But Trey, hey, how the hell this going on? So those two questions, my son asking me that I gotta have, because he gonna see it. It's not like I'm exposing them to, but like, how you got two mommies?
That's the biggest, and this is why when you look at these reports, you see where the woman-on-woman relationships have the most cases of violence. When you look at the video footage you see on social media where it's a breakup, the whole house tore up.
Yep.
All this stuff going on. And it's always kids involved. And that's what makes me raise eyebrow. You got 3 kids by a man. Now at 36, you're gay.
You're gonna be a carpet muncher.
Now you into women.
You see it all the time. But that's for the emotional sport. And we know studs trick harder than men do.
They got to.
They got to compensate for not having no dick. So
yeah. And
like I said, I'd be mad if I had to throw my damn dick in the dishwasher. You
say it. Put it in the dishwasher.
You gotta put it in the dishwasher. You gotta
put a Cascade on that bitch. Done.
You gotta rinse it off. You gotta get a new tag for every time you get a new bitch. You know what I'm saying?
My mom be putting condoms on them.
They put condoms. See that?
That alone, this is you can't put this in my face and say this is a normal behavior.
But they saying they doing it with different people, so they want to make sure it's sanitary.
And this why I think a lot of the labels are getting so much traction. They get so much weight because the labels kind of set the framework for my behavior.
Yep.
It set the framework for how I speak. Okay, I'm this. Oh, it makes sense. You got a dog muzzle on. I'm trans puppy, non-binary bulldog.
Yeah.
That motherfucker, 34 years old, 314 pounds with some Daisy Dukes and a purple dog muzzle on his face. That makes sense.
But we can't question that shit.
But we can't question it now. You get to come in here with a dog muzzle on,
mate,
with a somebody got you on a leash, and we'll never let. And I don't care who don't like you. We're not gonna ever let Barack Obama slide with that bullshit you said.
That's a whole shit.
As a quote unquote married man to a black quote unquote woman, and she's sitting across him, you say black boys need gay mentors.
For fucking what? And why they gotta be gay? Why they just can't be a mentor that just happen to be gay? Why his sexuality? See, that's the thing I don't like.
Specifying.
You're leading with the sexuality again. Gay male mentor for fucking what? Why he just can't be just a male mentor?
For those who are familiar with history, mentors. This is a Greek concept. So back in ancient Greece, to be a mentor, you had grown men take upon little boys because homosexuals started over there. Homosexuality. So what they do is take the little boy and they groomed him. This is what we listen to these terms today. These are old terms, grooming, all of that. Where they take a little boy and they have sex with him all while instilling some type of wisdom. But these little boys will go with these elder men of higher status and rank to be sex slaves.
Yeah, I seen some report that said even during those times they would do this as long until the boy actually grew a beard.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Today actually, so some people can't grow no fucking beard.
The Catholic Church is paid about how much in settlements now? Billions.
But like I said, it's just we living in a weird time. It's a lot of weirdo shit going on. The way they push this homosexuality is scary. Having been a parent, and this is one of the reasons I was so against being a parent. What I deal with my son, the questions that is just one of the reasons that I did not want to have kids. And I'm seeing it now. I'm having that conversation. And the thing about it is, he's seeing it at such a younger age. By the time he get my age, he desensitized. It ain't gonna even be, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a normal thing.
You're just gonna have to learn how to navigate it.
Yeah, so
it's different.
It's scary. Like I said, if you're a parent, you gotta hold your children close to the vest. Make sure you watching everything they do, where they go, who they with, what they exposed to, TVs that they watch. Like I was giving my son hair braided this weekend, and we was talking about The Simpsons. Like, my dad didn't let me watch The Simpsons when I was growing up because he didn't like Bart cussing at his dad. I couldn't watch The Simpsons. There was a lot of stuff I couldn't watch on TV.
Yeah.
We couldn't watch Will and Grace. We couldn't watch Will and Grace. We couldn't watch Simpsons, and it was something else that we couldn't watch Murray. We couldn't watch. It was a lot of stuff that was on TV that we could not watch. And I'm like, bro, like I thank them every day for that.
Protection, man. A lot of times you don't see it like until you like, I understand why you didn't let me go here.
Yeah.
I thank you for not letting me do this and let me run with this group. Like the parents are not parenting, they're the friends now. It's you building friendships with their children. That's why we getting what we getting.
I agree. Well, we're gonna just call it a day. What you got for Wednesday?
We can get into the fake meat.
Fake meat.
And
we'll talk about that.
I got to go back through the notes. I know I sent you a bunch of stuff. I know the fake meat. It was something else.
I do want to get on the fake meat because that shit crazy. We could do layoffs.
Okay, the layoffs. Yeah. Wednesday, yeah, Outrage Wednesday. We probably gonna have some shit come up today and tomorrow that we're gonna throw in the mix because it's always some in the headlines. It's just you never know what you're gonna see.
I'm gonna ask y'all this question before we leave. This is the parting question. Do we get anything from Epstein? They gonna expose the Epstein list?
Not this year.
Shanta, what you think?
Well, I've been watching that since all the documentaries came out about it. and they look like they making some deals with Ghislaine. So
See, look, me and Chris had an argument because he was like, because I told him, I said, hey, it don't make sense to kill Epstein and leave Ghislaine open when still alive when she was the bottom bitch. So she know where the body's buried too, right? And I don't believe he personally did. I don't think he did. I think he snuck out, and I think they probably got a stunt double.
Well, I do think he was there he has passed away because he was in a route to be compliant. Right at the time when he disappeared, she was not found, and she was not compliant. But upon the result of her case and her sentencing and stuff, after that, her attorney said, "Well, hey, it's all said and done. We don't really have anything that will hold us from not releasing this information." I think that was a blanket message that, hey, I mean, if you gonna have her captured and she's still holding these secrets that is national, like a national treasury at this point, why won't you make it comfortable for her? Yeah,
I just don't think he.
I think she's moved to a less security,
that's what
like
a
different
I
prison.
seen somebody say that because they were trying to get her to get killed.
I think that they're gearing her up to a pardon. I think so.
Think so?
And they'll probably move out the country
because even if she doesn't leave the country, she is not interested in being in the public eye and has chosen not to do that prior to all of the stuff that happened with Jeffrey.
Well, it don't matter they move her, because if she knows the type of things that they think Epstein had, anybody can find her.
Oh, I ain't saying she don't have no expiration date, but I don't think nothing is gonna come out this year. I think it's gonna be some discoveries down the line.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything. I think, like I said, Susie cute as, pushing paper and the secretary. What the fuck she need to know about Epstein? There's so much other shit that we need to know about.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get anything, but as long as she's happy, I'll say that. Because I don't believe that she's the only person that has copies of the logs. That wouldn't be in her better interest.
Okay, so this is another thing. Even if, let's hypothetically say, somebody did go on the log and they flew to the island, does that necessarily mean they engaged in some underage shit?
No, but they're looking for particular names. At least like with Virginia Giuffre, and there were some other women. I can't recall their names right now. Like the Prince or whatever.
Yes,
you know what I
royal
mean?
families.
Like those things that would confirm her lawsuit against him.
Because she said that she got raped by the Prince, didn't it?
Yeah. And some other people too, but he is the primary person that she's naming right now, and his stance is that he was never there.
But he on the manifest.
Even though there's a photo of them together, he is of the stance that he was never there. He has no affiliation. He doesn't know her. That she is just some fan that took this photo and is, utilizing it for this kind of thing. But if they have documentation that he was actually there, she could proceed on with her lawsuit. I'm trying to see if she's still alive.
Yeah, I think a lot of people finna go miss.
Oh, I think it was another report. We may need to do that Wednesday about the wealthy billionaires that died this year.
That died this year. It's been a
lot of them. Yeah, mysterious death out of nowhere.
There have been a lot of billionaires that died this year. I'm talking about, I think when I looked at the list, it was like 30 of them on there.
You got that, and you also had a lot of changing of the top ranks of these companies, where this person stepped down, this person no longer CEO. I think Disney, you had a bunch of them.
Yeah,
like they just he's stepping down from CEO. We about to change. They getting out the way.
Damn.
So Virginia Giuffre, she passed away in April of this year, but there are like 2 or 3 other co-defendants.
They said how she died.
Co-defendants. She chose to end her to not
suicide.
live.
Oh damn.
But there are other.
Did she really commit suicide?
I mean,
but what is called assisted euthanasia.
She was at home. She was at home. In Australia, where she was living at that time. And her father, they said her father expected that. I think she had been going through some mental struggles since all this came out. But there are like 2 or 3 other women that are on the case with her that have made some progressions in the United States about their case. But if they reveal that log, which is what they are really pushing for, it would help, them to come to a conclusion.
Because I remember they asked what's her name, Pam Bundy. Pam Bundy said, "Yeah, we got thousands of hours of film, but then you say you're gonna release something, and then they come back. Well, we ain't got nothing. Bitch, you just said right here, you got thousands of hours of footage you gotta look at,
and it's on my desk right now.
And on my desk right now, what she said, like, what the fuck? But then Ted Cruz, I think Ted Cruz said, no, it was what's the vice president name? Vance, JD Vance.
Okay.
He said, well, we can't release that shit no way because it's child porn.
Mm-hmm.
So
there's photos. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. It's that he had some photos of children, you know, in his home. It's a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So he was like, even if she could release it, she can't release it because it's technically child. You can't watch that. And who wants to see that?
And that's how you know it's a lot, because you got these priests. I think I sent you the priest in Minnesota. I want to say, caught in the parking lot making out with a man. The pastor of the church, child, 109 arrested with the child porn. All them folks with that child porn on there. Yeah. It's coming from somewhere, and they got to go to somewhere secluded, like an island, because who gonna regulate? It ain't gonna be no. Because a lot of times, if you look at the police cams, where they especially when it's a black higher up, like a undercover officer or FBI, the police officers that's on the beat, they don't know what's going on. You finna mess up this whole sting because you trying to profile this man only to find out, man, I'm an FBI agent working a super sensitive case, and you finna fuck it up because you ain't in the know. So to avoid all of that, let's go to this island.
So if y'all you believe in the island stuff, so do y'all believe in Pizzagate?
Yeah. What is that again?
So Pizzagate was supposed to being like okay, so Pizzagate, it supposed to have like a pizza parlor, and they were supposed to be going underground, and they supposed to be doing stuff with kids, Hillary Clinton and all this. This is when you get the stuff called the endocrine, when they supposed to scare the kids and they drain the blood.
Oh, the adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome, yeah, all of that shit. And they was talking about like how Obama, when he was in the White House, he had ordered like all these pizzas and hot dogs, but no pizzas and hot dogs actually showed up at the White House. They was talking about all the underground tunnels that's at the White House. And you know what's crazy? They actually showed on there, they was they was doing like Trump been doing tours. So one of them dudes went into he was like, yeah, this was Thomas Jefferson or somebody escaped or something, because he was saying they had to rebuild the White House. I ain't never know this history, but the White House got destroyed or something, and they had to rebuild it. He's like, this is one of the hideouts, and he took this thing off the floor and showed steps like leading down like under there.
Now I do think that there is some form of that happening. I'm gonna have to like look up Pizzagate.
Yeah.
I'm not really familiar, but y'all know it was a man that got arrested with like 56 terabytes of child porn.
That's a lot.
Did you hear what I told him about the 4,000 people?
4,000 kids.
The 4,000 kids got found this year from child sex trafficking stings.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, so I think there is some.
There's a running thing, and there's a running joke in Hollywood. If you look at a lot of those shows, you say, "Yeah, like what's your favorite food? Pizza."
Pizza. Yeah.
You see a lot of people making these pizza jokes.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna give me some pizza. We having a pizza party. Are you gonna come to the pizza party? Say, what the hell?
Yeah.
I think LeBron and Barack Obama was having a conversation, and it came up like a pizza party.
Yeah, I think it is some sick stuff, because 56 terabytes of child porn
56 terabytes is fucking crazy.
1 terabyte is a lot.
I know.
You can run a whole 1 terabyte.
I know.
Come on, dog. You got 56 terabytes of child.
Yeah, it was like a indicative of like this is 1 terabyte. If you had 800 phones like this, of like, even if it's a lower quality, multiple years of footage running just straight.
How sick? This is another thing. How sick you got to be, because I used to watch porn. It ain't never a time I'm gonna have even half a gig of porn on my phone. I don't.
We come from the DVD era.
Yeah,
so we got them in the case.
But still, even if you download it and put it on
videotape,
you know what I'm saying? If you download and put it, it's ain't gonna be no terabyte.
Yeah, and I ain't really downloading porn anyway. Like, if I watch it, I'm gonna watch it, a little clip. All right, I ain't downloading no damn porn.
It's crazy.
Because once you watch it, it's like, all right.
Man, I'd be like, get this nasty shit off my fucking phone.
Yeah, you feel a little way, like, man, I feel disgusted.
Get this nasty shit off my phone. What the hell I'm doing?
That's crazy. Yeah. Terabyte 56.
So it is like literally a industry if that one person
Mm-hmm.
have 50, do you know how many kids that is? Or you know what I mean? Kid interactions that is.
It's a lot.
So it is an industry that people are probably paying top dollar for. So I mean, if I look into Pizzagate, I'm sure it probably may be some validity to it.
Yeah.
With numbers like that.
Well, I know we got into some conspiracy theory stuff, y'all. But we're gonna be back Wednesday, 12 o'clock. Make sure y'all tune in. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. We on X, Rumble, YouTube, Facebook. I think that's it. And Instagram. Y'all make sure y'all follow us on all of the pages. Y'all got anything, y'all events, anything coming up soon y'all want to tell the people about?
I don't have any events on the docket yet. You got a few things coming to the city. Alabama Greek Picnic. I think that's on the 23rd of August. We in homecoming season. August already about halfway done. So just getting this football season. Shout out to Shadur. He showed out for his game. The normal podcast. We're just gonna keep this content coming. We're coming to a campus near you. That's what we need to be looking at. We want to get in the field and really
get on these campuses.
Engage the public. See what they think.
What you got, Ashanti?
I got some stuff in the works that I can't necessarily share right now, but I guess the only thing I can talk about is August 16th. I think it is. Is that a Saturday?
I think so. That's Saturday, yeah.
Okay, yeah. August 16th, I'll be in Anniston at Bully 2.0, Bully Showtime 2.0. So if you are a breeder or if you are a family person, you want to bring the kids out and bring the dogs out. They have like dog shows, fun shows. And it's just going to be a really good event. If you are in the Anniston area or surrounding areas, you guys should definitely come out and support, and I'll be there.
Hey. It's the New Normal Podcast, and we're gone. Peace.